Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. Children, in the last class we tried to understand about the background of making of the Indian Constitution and what were the views regarding the making of the Constitution was mentioned by the famous leaders like B.R. Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru in their first speech in the Constituent Assembly. Of course, Mahatma Gandhi was not the member of the Constituent Assembly, but how the Constitution should be, he has mentioned his views in one of the magazine called as Young India, which he worked as an editor for that magazine. So depending upon those features only, the Constitution was prepared, a democratic form of Constitution was prepared, and it was presented to the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly has conducted elaborate discussion on the pros and cons of the draft Constitution, and finally it was passed on 26th November 1949. Later, the Constitution has come into enforcement on 26th January 1950, which we consider it as a Republic Day. That was an enforcement day. Application day is that means कब से लागू हुआ है वो जो है 26th January है, मगर Constituent Assembly जो है adopt करे सो है it is 26th November, which we celebrate it as a Constitution Day. So today we shall learn about some of the outstanding features of the Indian Constitution, like the preamble of the Constitution. The entire philosophy of the Constitution is mentioned in the first page of the Constitution, which we call it as the preamble of the Constitution. And the preamble of the Constitution makes it very clear about the goals to be achieved by the Indian society, and through which means how the modern India should be was mentioned in its goals very clearly. So we shall understand about the preamble of the Indian Constitution. And we also have learnt in the previous classes that out of the 299 Constituent Assembly members, very few, 15 members were the women, and out of them the people like Durgabai Deshmukh was one of them, and even Sarojini Naidu and many other people were also there. Very few women were also present in the Constituent Assembly. So if you look at the preamble of the Indian Constitution, the first page of the Constitution reads out like this. That means the values which had inspired the Indians for the freedom struggle were taken into consideration in preparing the Constitution, and they were the foundation for the Indian democracy. Those values are the foundation for the Indian democracy. So those values, which values? The values which have been envisaged in the Constitution are the foundational values for the Indian democracy. These are mentioned in a short statement as the basic principles and objectives of the Constitution in the preamble. So they guide all the provisions of the Indian Constitution. All the provisions, whatever are present in the Constitution, are guided by these principles only. So let us read about the preamble of our Constitution very carefully and understand the meaning of each and every word, and think of some examples in the context of each of the term mentioned here clearly. So if we read it carefully, we can understand the basic sentence here. We the people of India, we the people of India. That means we, you, I and our parents and all of us, having resolved to constitute India. So we have resolved to constitute India. Constitute means to form India into a republic. What is the meaning of republic? We'll see. But it is mentioned that we have resolved to constitute India as a republic, to secure to all its citizens the justice, liberty, equality and fraternity, and give ourselves this Constitution. Who has written the Constitution? The people of India. To whom they have given it? To the people of India. So we have written ourselves and we have given it to ourselves, this Constitution. So we the people of India means the Constitution has been drawn up by the people of this country through their representatives, not everybody, but through our representatives. We have elected the members of the Constituent Assembly and they drafted the Constitution. So through the representatives of the people only, this Constitution has been drafted and not handed down to them by a king or any outside power. It is the people who gave them the power to draft the Constitution. And this is an assertion of the democratic nature of our republic. What does the meaning, the word republic stand for? Republic. So we celebrate 26th January as the Republic Day. So what does it mean? What does the word republic mean? Republic mean if the head of the country is elected by the people, then such country is called as a republic. The countries may be democratic but may not be republic. The country may be republic, may not be democratic. So what I would like to tell you is, India is a democratic republic country because the head of the country is the president, and president is elected by the people of this country. So for that reason, India is called as a republic. But whereas Britain you take, Britain's head is queen. Queen is not elected. She is hereditary. So as a result of that, even though Britain is a parliamentary democratic form of government, but it is not a republican country. It is not a republican country. But whereas India elects its head by its own people. So for that reason, we are called as a republic. And coming to the other words which are constituted like sovereign, secular, okay, and even socialistic, democratic, the meanings of these words we shall understand now. The next one is sovereign. India will have the supreme right to take the decisions on all the matters by its own people, but not by the force of the outside power or by the king. So as a result of that, without the intervention of the external power, we take the decisions on our own. For that reason, the supreme power of this country lies with its own people. For that reason, India is also called as a sovereign nation. Sovereign nation. If the supreme power of this country lies with its own people, then such country is called as sovereign. If the head of the country is elected by its own people, it is called as republic. Once again, I will repeat you children. If the head of the country is elected by the people, such country is called as republic. If the supreme power of that country lies with its own people, then such country is called as sovereign. Then which country is called as a socialistic? Socialistic. Okay, socialistic means the country which strives to reduce the gap between haves and have-nots. Who are haves and who are have-nots? Haves mean rich people, have-nots mean poor people. The country which strives to remove the inequalities between the haves and have-nots, between the rich and poor, then such country is called as a socialistic country. Or in other words, the wealth which is generated socially by all through their work, if it is distributed among the people or if it is shared equally by all, then the country will strive hard to reduce the all kinds of inequalities. Then such country is called as socialistic country. And even India is a secular country, children. These all are the words which are mentioned in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. We are learning about the values which are present in the preamble. India is a republic, India is sovereign, India is socialistic, and India is a secular. Secular means the government will not run on the basis of any single religion. The citizens will have the complete freedom to follow whatever religion they like. Or the government will not favor any one religion. Government will not have any state religion. So all religions will be treated equally. And everybody has the freedom to follow their own religion. Such country is called as a secular. Whereas Pakistan is not a secular country. It is an Islamic state. But whereas India is a secular country. Here Hindus are there, Muslims are there, Christians are there, Parsis are there, Buddhists are there. But all of them will be treated equally. Such country is called as secular country. So we have seen 4 important words which are present in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. And the last one is democratic. Democratic means the form of the government in which the people enjoy the equal political rights and elect their representatives to make laws and run the government and to hold the representative accountable. Such kind of government is called as a democratic. It is a form of government where political equality is there. You know it, one man, one right and one vote. Isn't it? One man, one vote, one value. Even if it is casted by Narendra Modi or even if it is casted by Hemant Master, the vote value is same. So even I have the right to vote and he also has the right to vote. So there is a political equality among all of us. So that is the democratic setup, and we elect our own government which runs and which is accountable for us. They all are accountable for us. So for that reason, India is also a democratic country. So with this, we understood that India is a sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic and republic nation. So we shall further understand in the next class about the justice, equality, fraternity, and even about the justice, equality, fraternity and liberty in the next class, children. Thank you.